Agarwal ji and other distinguished guests, leaders from industry, investors, innovators, experts, friends, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you to Hyderabad and to the India Energy Summit and EXPO 2026. There was a time when a discussion on energy was largely a discussion about one question: where will the next megawatt come from? Today, that question is no longer enough. We must ask, where will the power come from? How clean will it be? How will we store it? How intelligently will we transmit it? How affordably will we deliver it? And increasingly, what new industries can we build around it? In other words, the energy transition is not simply a change in the source of electricity, it is a change in the architecture of the economy itself. And that is how Telangana is today approaching it. Our ambition as our Special Chief Secretary Energy designed and explained to you is not merely to install more solar panels or wind turbines. We want to build an integrated energy ecosystem combining renewable power, storage, modern transmission, electric mobility, green hydrogen, manufacturing, digital technology. A transition of unprecedented scale. Let us first understand the scale. Telangana is a young and rapidly growing state. Our cities are expanding. We kept the target of taking the state by 2047 with a $3 trillion economy. So with this goal, we have designed in such a way by increasing manufacturing, growing new industries, and Hyderabad is becoming a major destination for data centers and artificial intelligence infrastructure. All of these requires electricity. So for us, the challenge is unusual. We have to decarbonize a power system while simultaneously expand it very rapidly. We cannot choose between growth and sustainability. We have to achieve both. Our roadmap envisages solar capacity reaching nearly 20,000 megawatt by 2030 and more than 26,000 megawatt by 2035. Wind, which today has a relatively small presence in Telangana, is expected to grow substantially as well. But we have learned an important lesson from the experience of energy systems across the world. Renewable energy without flexibility is only half an energy transition. The sun does not follow the evening demand curve. The wind does not consult the load dispatch center before it changes direction. Therefore, the next great infrastructure story will be a storage. Telangana is looking at both battery energy, storage systems, and pump storage systems. Our roadmap envisages storage capacity increasing to around 3,800 megawatt by 2030 and almost 8,000 by 2035. Because the real measure of a modern electricity system is not how much electricity it can generate when conditions are idle, It is whether electricity is available when the citizen, the farmer, and the industry actually need it. The grid itself is changing. There is another transformation taking place which receives a less public attention. The electricity grid, which was once largely an engineering network, is becoming a digital network today. Tomorrow's grid will have millions of source and consumption points communicating with another. Solar panels, batteries, electric vehicles, industries, homes, substations, and power plants will increasingly becoming parts of one intelligent system. This is where Telangana has a unique advantage. Hyderabad is already one of India's great technology centers. We have deep capabilities in information technology, artificial electronic and research. Intelligence that runs the electricity grid of the future. Imagine artificial intelligence forecasting electricity demand street by street. Imagine predictive systems identifying a transformer likely to fail before it actually fails. Imagine storage automatically responding to fluctuations in renewable generation. Imagine industries adjusting consumption intelligently when electricity is abundant and expensive. The convergence of electrons algorithms will be one of the defining opportunities of the next decade. And Hyderabad should be at the center of it. Artificial intelligence itself will require enormous amounts of energy. There is an interesting paradox here. Artificial intelligence can make our electricity systems more efficient, but artificial intelligence itself consumes enormous quantities of electricity. The global expansion of artificial intelligence and data centers is creating an entirely new class of electricity demand itself. For Hyderabad, therefore, clean energy is not only an environmental policy, it is increasingly also economic infrastructure. If we can provide reliable, affordable, increasingly green electricity, we strengthen Hyderabad's competitiveness as a destination for AI centers and advanced industries. We are already beginning to see this connection. Plans include a 100 megawatt renewable energy facility to support a proposed AI data center at Bharat Future City, which is coming very soon in Hyderabad. This is a feature we see digital infrastructure and clean energy infrastructure growing together. We must manufacture the transition. There is another principle which is equally important. India cannot merely be a consumer of the global energy transition. We must manufacture the energy transition. Solar equipment, wind equipment, batteries, power electronics, electrolytes, charging systems, and grid technologies represent enormous industrial opportunities. Telangana wants companies to manufacture these technologies here itself. Our policies therefore provide incentives, including capital support for solar and wind manufacturing, ST reimbursement, and electricity duty exemptions also. But investors require more than these incentives. They require certainty, they require predictability, and they require land and infrastructure, and above all, they require speed. Through mechanisms such as TZI-POS, Telangana has built a reputation for facilitating investment and accelerating approvals. My message to industry friends today is very simple. Do not look at Telangana merely as a market for clean energy. Look at Telangana as a place from which you can build clean energy business for India and for the world. The next frontier, green molecules. Our ambition also goes beyond electricity. Green hydrogen, green ammonia, methanol, and sustainable aviation fuels could transform sectors which can not easily be electrified. Our roadmap envisages more than 400,000 tons per annum of green hydrogen by 2030, rising further by 2035. But friends, here too our objectives should not be confined to producing just merely an hydrogen. Around every emerging technology there is an ecosystem. Equipment manufacturers, there are engineering companies, there are logistics providers, there are researchers, there are startups, there are skilled jobs. These states which understand this ecosystem early will capture much more economic value than those which simply install capacity. A transition must ultimately improve people's lives. But amidst all these numbers and technologies, we should remember something fundamental. Energy policy is ultimately about people. A successful energy transition cannot be measured only in gigawatts installed or tons of carbon avoided. It must also be measured in jobs created, farmers supported, industries made competitive, business enabled, and families receiving dependable electricity. Agriculture remains particularly important for Telangana. Distributed renewable energy, solarization, and efficient agriculture power use can reduce pressure on the electricity system while opening new opportunities for farmers. Similarly, electric mobility will increasingly connect the transport sector with the power sector. Telangana today has fewer than 1,000 EV charging stations. Our roadmap envisages around 6,000 by 2030, 12,000 by 2035. The boundaries which once separated electricity, transport, technology, and industry are disappearing. That is why the transition must be planned as an ecosystem. Government cannot do this alone. And this brings me to perhaps the most important point. The scale of investment required is simply too large for government to accomplish alone. Government must therefore change its role. We must move from a model where government attempts to do everything to one where government enables an ecosystem in which many people can build. Industry must bring capital and execution. Technology companies must bring innovation. Financial institutions must create new instruments. Universities must generate knowledge. Startups must experiment. And governments must create the policy, subtly, and infrastructure that allow all of this to happen. Green bonds, blended finance, carbon markets, and private investments will all become increasingly important. The energy transition will succeed only when public purpose and private enterprise reinforce each other. Friends, that is why this summit matters very much. That is also why gatherings such as the India Energy Summit matter. because the energy sector can no longer operate in silos. Generations cannot be discussed without transmission. Renewable cannot be discussed without storage. Electric vehicles cannot be discussed without charging infrastructure. Green hydrogen cannot be discussed without renewable electricity. Data centers cannot be discussed without availability. And none of these can be discussed without finance. The purpose of a summit such as this should therefore go beyond speeches and presentations. A successful summit must produce conversations. Conversations must produce partnerships, and partnerships must ultimately produce projects. That is what we hope will happen here. Telangana's invitation is very clear to the investors, entrepreneurs, technology companies gathered here today. I want to extend a very clear invitation. Come to Telangana, bring us your technology, bring us your ideas, bring us ambitious projects, and bring us difficult problems to solve. You will find here a government willing to engage a strong technology ecosystem, talented young people, major energy opportunities, and a state determined to execute. India's energy transition will not ultimately take place inside conference rooms in Delhi or in international declarations. It will happen only on the ground. It will happen in our states, in our cities, in our factories, in our farms, and in millions of decisions made by citizens and business. Telangana intends to be the forefront of that transformation. We want to demonstrate that clean energy and economic growth are not competing objectives. Properly designed, one can become the engine of the other. That is the opportunity before us. From renewable energy to storage, from intelligent grids to green hydrogen, from electric mobility to clean manufacturing, we are building the foundation of Telangana's next economy. And I invite all of you to help us build it. Let Telangana not merely consume the energy of the future. Let us create it, store it, manufacture it, intelligently manage it, and build new prosperity around it. Together, let us power not only Telangana's future, but India's also. I invite all of you, the investors, innovators, scientists, CEOs, come. Telangana is a state to encourage all kinds of investors, and it is a heaven for the investors. The state is willing to welcome you with wholeheartedly to share our prosperity and grow together. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind and Jai Telangana.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words have left us more dedicated toward building a more resilient energy ecosystem in Telangana. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to a special moment. eGov magazine is a leading knowledge platform that brings together insights, ideas and perspectives from policymakers, government leaders, industry experts and technology innovators. The special edition being launched today Telangana Inspiring the Next Energy Era highlights Telangana's evolving energy landscape, its vision for the future, and the innovations and initiatives shaping a more sustainable, resilient, and technology-driven energy ecosystem. May we have a huge round of applause. Now, I would request Dr. Ravi Gupta and Shri Naveen Mittal to kindly felicitate our Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister with the memento and a magazine. May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Bhatti Vikramarka Mallu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister and Minister of Finance, Planning and Energy, Government of Telangana, along with all our distinguished dignitaries and guests to kindly join us for the EXPO inauguration and VIP exhibition walkthrough.
The future of energy isn't built in isolation. It's built when the right people meet. This August, they're all coming to Hyderabad. 1,000 plus delegates, 50 plus exhibitors, 60 plus speakers, 2 power-packed days. One destination. Meet policymakers shaping tomorrow. Meet utilities modernizing the grid. Meet innovators transforming the industry. Meet the companies building India's energy future. This is where conversations become collaborations, ideas become partnerships, and partnerships become projects. Whether you're showcasing innovation, looking for customers, searching for partners, or exploring the next big...
So for us, the challenge is unusual. We have to decarbonize a power system while simultaneously expand it very rapidly.
Power the future.
This is the story of vision empowering the growth of the nation. With the Indian economy making rapid strides, the significance of power can't be overstated. NTPC, one of the largest power utilities in the world, has proven to be the prime mover behind this growth story. NTPC, a global leader